TV in Wadsworth, Ohio. It's a lot of fun here, as we all know by now. Now, if you recall, last week I was doing my top 50 Simpsons episodes, but I stopped at 41. Well, good news. I'm doing 40 to 31. Whoops, I almost messed that up with my fingers. That would not have been pretty for me because, I want to keep this, look correct. 40 to 31. There we go. Yes, we are going to start it off with a warning. There will be spoilers, but keep in mind these episodes are over 30 years old. Some are 35 years old, so what spoilers? Number 40, Stanton Homer. Let's get right into the action. Yeah, it is take your family to the game day where Homer goes to the game with his family. And Mr. Burns throws out the first pitch. The whole crowd boos him as he throws a weak first pitch. And Bleeding Gums Murphy sings a very touching rendition of the national anthem. 26 minutes long, starting at 7:30, ending at 7:56. I'm not kidding you. Yes, that's real. And in the episode, it's about the Springfield Isotopes, a lowly team that's been struggling. Homer tries to get the crowd up on their feet, as you're looking at right there. The Simpson family doesn't like it. But don't worry, they're going to like it soon because, as you'll see in a minute, they're on a massive losing streak up until this point right here. Walk-off home run that leaves the yard altogether. And the Simpsons family is wowed by it. They're unbelievably happy by the outcome, of course. And Homer becomes the mascot of the team, Dancing Homer, helping the crowd get really excited out there. A Simpson on a t-shirt. I never thought I'd see the day, Marge Simpson said. Whole crowd cheers him on up until the point where there's big news. Homer's become the new mascot of Capital City, the professional team, as you're looking at right there. It's really sad for him, but he has to do it. He has to do it. And in a very touching speech, he says that he considers himself the luckiest mascot on the face of the earth. Parody of Lou Gehrig gets in black and white, too. We meet the Capital City goofball. And when Homer tries to do his things, Marge and his family are placed with the players' ex-wives, which I thought was super funny. They all boo the players. The Capital City goofball wishes him luck, but the whole crowd doesn't like Dancing Homer. And they drive back home. And Tony Bennett sings in the episode Capital City song. I thought that was pretty cool. He was a great singer, as we all know by now. Overall, a funny episode, and everybody loves it. Meanwhile, we got to talk about number 39 all time. Yes, sirree. We are talking about the episode of Viaje de Nuestro Homer. I never took Spanish in class, so excuse me if I butchered it. But anyways, I took a bunch of French in high school. But anyways, losing my train of thought. It is time for a chili cook-off at a fair. And Homer is going to eat a bunch of peppers. He finds a lot of stuff. And then he finds the biggest chili pepper of them all. It's by Chief Wiggum. Yep, the merciless peppers of, I forget how you pronounce it, but just take my word for it. It's merciful, it's neon, it's huge. Homer tastes it, and he becomes really burned by it, literally. And he goes on a giant journey, a bunch of crazy and goofy hallucinations where you're going to see Johnny Cash as the Space Coyote. Yeah, Johnny Cash appears in this episode as the Space Coyote. That was super funny. I think, do we see that yet? And he goes on a giant journey. It's very weird. Homer doesn't know what to do. You are on a quest for knowledge. Who said that? Fear not, Homer. I'm your spirit guide. If it's about weighing off the insanity peppers, I'm way ahead of you. Oh, man, that one's so good. As you see Homer trying to get off all those insanely hot peppers. It causes him to act weird and stuff. And he winds up on a golf sand bunker. Get off the course, you bum. That's what Kent Breckman says. So Homer eventually runs away and he becomes scared of it and hides in a White House. Yeah, you know, where they have ships and stuff. Oh yeah, Earl. No more loneliness for Homer and Earl. A machine. Earl's a machine. Yep, an electronic, automatic, robotic White House. Is that Homer? Is that Dad? Either that or Batman's really let himself go. Yep, Batman's really let himself go, I guess, as they go out there. But anyways, eventually Marge finds him in the White House and remembering that he said public transportation's for losers, which is something my dad actually agrees with. And they eventually reunite and everything's all happy. Look at all them hot pants. Hey, like short shorts. We like short shorts. And then Who Wears Short Shorts plays, and great ending to the episode. All right, what's 38? Ooh, good one. We're going to talk about flaming mows. Did you know happiness is just a flaming mow away? Well, that's what we learned in the episode, Flaming Mows, which is about Moe's Tavern. Of course, the hot new drink there is a Flaming Moe, which Homer invented. But Moe takes credit for it. Oh, Moe. Aerosmith appears in it. They're the first rock group to ever appear on The Simpsons. There are other rock groups that appear, and you'll see which ones appear later on. Whether it's next week or the week after. But yeah, it's super funny because Homer adds cough syrup from Krusty the Clown. Adds cough syrup to Krusty the Clown's drink, and thus he creates a hit drink that everyone likes. It's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited. Yeah, how about that? And you gotta light it on fire. That's what Moe said, at least. Party in my mouth and everyone's invited. And Homer gets burned by Moe, of course. It's kind of sad what happens to poor Homer, because he watches Moe take off with it. And of course there is the great song in it. Happiness is just a flaming Moe away. Oh yeah, and I forgot about Bart's prank phone call, which I would allude to, but it's not really a nice name, so we'll just skip it. But it turns out that the guy is real, and he calls. It's so funny. Yeah, happiness is just a flaming Moe away. You've just lost yourself a customer, Homer. What? I can't hear you over this noise I'm making. Over all the money. Yep. Poor Homer. But luckily, Homer comes up with a genius plan. You know what the genius plan is? Reveal what it actually is, a flaming Moe. Cough syrup. Thus, Homer spills the beans and everybody makes their own flaming Moes. So there is that. That's right. He comes flying up in the air. Barney, how's the world treating you, Mr. Gumble? Yeah, excuse me for that. It wasn't real, don't worry. Don't worry, folks. We got ourselves number 37 all time. We are going to Bart on the Road. Yes, sirree, number 37. In it, it's spring break. And Bart decides to take a vacation with Milhouse, Martin, and I believe Nelson. Yeah, Nelson. Who could possibly forget? Because Nelson's the best part of the episode. Like Martin got greedy investing in the stock market, and he wasted it all. Yes, sirree. And now you've lost all but 600. You've got greedy, Martin, his father says. And Lisa tries to learn about the power plant with Homer. And eventually Bart and his friends go out on the road, driving a car, putting it on cruise control, unbeknownst what cruise control really is. Cruise control, of course, keeping you there and not stopping you. And yeah, we learn about it. And of course, we learn about Andy Williams. Yeah, Andy Williams Can we stop for ice cream, Milhouse asks. And then Andy Williams, Nelson yells, oh, we don't need to stop here. Yes, we do. And of course, there's the Look magazine that says, wow, he's still got it. Look magazine ceased publication for many years prior to that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the DMV part. And that's so funny. Wow, I didn't think he was going to do Moon River, Nelson comments. Yeah, hold on a second. I forget the whole thing. They're all asleep. And he's so excited about it. I didn't think he was going to do Moon River, but then bam! Second encore. Oh, boy, that was so good. But eventually Homer and Lisa have to save Bart and the gang. And they eventually do. Don't worry. It's such a great episode. It is so funny. They get stuck in a box and everything's all right. They got the fake ideas. You can tell right there. Such a great episode. Such a great one. Woo! We still have 15 and a half minutes to kill out here. Let's talk about episode number 36, In Marge We Trust, with the Listen Lady, with Mr. Sparkle. That's right, Mr. Sparkle. Yeah, all the packaging peanuts, because Homer goes dumpster diving as Reverend Lovejoy is struggling to find things, and Marge teaches everyone how to pray and how to be nice, but no one remembers that plot. I'll talk about it later. Everyone remembers Mr. Sparkle. Mr. Sparkle. For best lucky wash, use Mr. Sparkle. That's the English translation that you're going to see. He is disrespectful to Dirk. Can't you see that? He's serious. Yeah, Mr. Sparkle, very popular. And Homer learns that he's on the box. I'd like the phone book for Hokkaido, Japan, please. He immediately picks up and says, okay, here you go. The phone book for Hokkaido, Japan. Boy, yeah, it's Homer Simpson. Look, he's on the face. He's the face of it all. And it turns out the best part of it all was it's actually a joint venture of Matsumuro Fishworks and Tamirabuchi Heavy Manufacturing Concern. You'll see in a second. Awesome power. As he says, any plans for summer? By the way, any plans for summer? Yep, right there. But yeah, it was all coincidence. Yep, there's your answer, Fishbulb. Fishbulb. Anytime I see that, I think of Fishbulb. But yeah, Ned is eventually trying to talk to the Listen Lady Marge. Boring. You didn't explain anything. They used my face and got away with it. But anyways, Ned eventually gets in trouble running away from some of the Springfield Elementary bullies and eventually goes to regular gas, 8/10. Instead of 9/10, it's Donnie's Discount Gas, of course. They chase him to the Springfield Zoo, and he's about to be eaten alive by the wild animals. Yep, it's going to be really scary. Well, I believe they're wild animals. I think they're monkeys, by the way. But anyways, in the end, Ned Flanders gets saved by Reverend Lovejoy. He has a new confidence in himself, new faith. Yay for that. Okie dokie. What is next, you might be wondering? Well, we're at 35 now. We're going to talk about the episode with the Iconoclast. Yes, young Jebediah Springfield. I couldn't put my word on it, but I apologize for that. Such a good one. We learned about the history of Jebediah Springfield. Yeah, how about that? Parade to distract joyless citizenry. And of course, Ralph Wiggum asking, can we do illustrations? No. Yes, that was good. But Homer is learning about it all. And Ned, not Ned, but Lisa learns about it all. And it turns out that the story is heavily fabricated. Oh no, Jebediah Springfield's a fraud. That's not good. As he learns about the story, Jebediah was really a vicious pirate named Hans Springfield. His tongue was bitten off by a Turk in a grog house fight. No tongue, eh? Yeah, he had a prosthetic tongue made out of silver. He was one of the most evilest men of the 1780s. He even tried to kill George Washington. Oh my goodness. Lisa learns all about it. Yep, it's pretty bad for poor Lisa as they learn about it. And she tries to tell everybody that this is all a ruin and all bad. And she tries to tell everybody during the story or during the parade. But in the end, she realizes that it's nice to lie sometimes, because she tries to tell everything about it and nothing happens. And it's all good in the end. It's really funny. Jebediah Springfield embiggens the spirit. Yep, number 34, Simpson and Delilah, season 2, where Homer gets hair. Homer gets hair and runs around town like a madman because he finally got hair. It's so cool, Homer's hair. And he meets Carl. But that's just the minority part of it. We learn about Homer trying to gain hair in a drum, of course. And he walks around town trying to find it, and he eventually gets it. Long, flowing hair. It's incredible. He walks around, runs around town. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Springfield. And he runs around like George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. It's super funny. He prays to God for hair, and his prayers mercifully get answered. Look at that. And it causes him to get promoted and move up in the world. That's right. Carl is there. Carl tries to teach him how to be more confident and how to be a better father and stuff. But yeah, work accidents reach record low because Homer Simpson with hair. And it's such a good episode. So funny. What else happens in it? I apologize. Didn't really write a script for this, but still Mr. Burns is impressed for it. I'm trying to do this off the top of my mind. But basically, in the end, Homer has his hair removed again. And it's really sad for him. So eventually he wears a hat and Carl tells him how to be good again. And it all works out because Homer and Marge still love each other. Isn't that nice? The kids will get over it, Marge comments. Number 33, we got to talk about who shot Mr. Burns. Oh, good golly, that was bad. Mr. Burns blocked out the sun. Yeah, he blocked out the sun. That's not good. I'm trying to find it here on Frankie Eck, a cool website. But yeah, he's happy. School is awful rich. Miss Hoover, the floor is shaking. Not awful school is awful rich, but school is awful rich. Yeah, it's supposed to be awful school is awful rich in the papers, but still. It's all in the banner. And anyways, Mr. Burns is wreaking havoc around town. You see that right there? He stole a bunch of money. He's a bad guy, as you know. He's walking around. Everybody wants him to die. Yes, everybody wants him to die because, come on, he's being mean to everybody. He's walking around town celebrating himself, and then, boom, he's shot to end season 6. I don't know who it could be. Could it be you? Dr. Hibbert points to the screen. And Chief Williams is like, me? Why would it be me? Yeah, it's super funny. It's one of the most famous plot twists in American television history, as you'll find out in a second, as he points to who shot him, quite literally points to who shot him, as everybody wonders what happened upon him blocking out the sun. Tito Puente guest stars and sings a really nice song about Senor Burns and how much he doesn't like Mr. Burns for stealing all his money and denying him a shot at Springfield Elementary. Of course, Mo is there. Do you have a grudge against Montgomery Burns? No. All right, maybe, but I didn't shoot him. That's what Mo said. Yeah, there it is. Could it be you? Chief Wiggum is like, what, me? It can't be me. But anyways, in one of the most shocking plot twists of all time, turns out nobody did it. Unless that nobody's considered Maggie. What? Maggie to start off season 7. No one would have guessed it. By complete freak accident, it turns out that she accidentally shot Mr. Burns with a gun because Mr. Burns was trying to celebrate his mean deeds by stealing candy from a baby. But it turns out that the candy was trying to be stolen from Maggie, and Maggie couldn't let it happen because Mr. Burns is super weak and frail. And in the end, she accidentally winds up shooting Mr. Burns, and it turns out that was a nothing burger. Oh boy, that one was so good. One of the greatest plot twists once again in the history of American television. Nobody would have guessed it. I wasn't alive in 1995, but if I were, I probably would never guessed it. 32. We got Marge B. Not proud at the try and save. Yes, sir, the try and save. We're worrying about Bone Storm, the video game. It's going to be so cool. Shove this up your stocking. So tell your folks, buy me Bone Storm. And Bart really wants Bone Storm for 99 cents. Allow me to summarize. Comic book guy says, yes, there's the thief. Or there's the angry kid, rather, not thief. You'll see thieves later. You wish to purchase Bone Storm for 99 cents? Net profit to me, negative 59. Oh, please, take my $59. I don't want it. It's yours. Seems like we are unfamiliar with sarcasm. And it was a rental price. And Milhouse is enjoying the game. And even, he just entered his name. Thrill House. And yeah, there's that kid right there. Don't you already have this game? No, Mom, you idiot. I have Bloodstorm and Bone Squad and Bloodstorm 2, stupid. Oh boy, there's Bone Storm as Bart tries to steal it upon seeing his friends steal stuff. As Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, and Sonic all convince him to. Lee Carvalho tells him not to do it because it's not going to help out his putting game. But yeah, Troy McClure appears in it with designated drivers, the life-saving nerds, and phony tornado alarms reduce readiness. He talks about all shoplifting, and if he gets in trouble, or if he sets foot in there again, he's going to spend the rest of the time in juvenile hall this Christmas. Yeah, it's a Christmas episode. And I think it's their best one. As Bart races home, trying to delete the message with, hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. Here I am at Camp Granada. Marge, is Lisa at Camp Granada? No! Super funny. And Bart's scared, trying not to get caught, but he eventually admits the truth, and Marge is so wrecked by it. And eventually he gets him a gift, or gets her a gift. Yeah, a nice picture of Bart that fixes the frame that ruined the old photo. Really nice, really nice. And as a result, Bart gets a new video game. Oh yeah, Santa Claus is mad at Bart. Shame. Yeah, he gets a new video game. Lee Carvalho's putting challenge. Ball in parking lot. Try again. You have selected no. Lee Carvalho is a good putter, isn't he, folks? As there's Troy McClure about shoplifters. Beware. Yes, I forgot that's what it was called until I just saw it. Alrighty. Number 31. We're going to end it here, of course. We were going with Hurricane Nettie. Yes, sirree. Hurricane Nettie. In it, Hurricane Barbara is making its way towards Springfield. And everyone's fine except poor Ned, and he loses his sanity. Calm down, Italy. It was just an accident. Or they did their best, Italy. Gotta be nice to Italy. Ah, do it, ding-dong crap. Can't you morons do anything right? That's what Ned Worley says as he literally snaps. Yes, it's horrible. Well, my family and I can't live in good intentions, Marge. Oh, but your family's out of control because we can't blame you. Because you have good intentions. Good intentions. I won't want you to have a cow, man. Here's a catchphrase you better learn for your adult years. Hey, buddy, got a quarter?
I am shocked and appalled. Mr. Flanders, with all due respect, Bart didn't do anything.
Do I hear the sound of butting in? It's gotta be Lisa Simpson. Springfield's answer to a question no one asked. I don't know what you did, but I think you did something wrong. Homer Simpson, You are the worst neighbor in the world. Hey, I just got here, said Carl, because he got mad at Carl for no reason. It was so funny. He eventually drives himself to the Collinwood Mental Hospital, where we learn about his story, Ned Flanders, and how he was spanked beyond belief as a kid because of his wild behavior from his parents. Yeah, his parents, his hippie parents, taught him all about what Ned was doing, and he was getting mad, and then he got spanked over and over and over and over and over and over again. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. Yes, Mr. Sherman, everything stinks. As Ned Flanders loses his mind in the mental hospital, Homer visits him. And it's really nice because he tries to be nice to Ned, but it turns out he realizes what was the issue. It was his parents. His parents were the ones that were driving him crazy the whole time as he drives into Collinwood Mental Hospital. Where are we through the gates? And in the end, he realizes that he can calm down now. It's his parents that saved the day. So he's very nice all of a sudden. And in the end, everything's all good. Flandy is dandy. And Free John Swartzwelder is one of the signs that it says right there. Free John Swartzwelder. Where can I find it? Hold on a second. Let me see. But anyways, yeah, just take my word for it. Free John Swartzwelder. John Swartzwelder is one of the many writers from classic Simpsons era. Well, apologies if I sounded a little awkward with this because, well, I didn't have a script with me. Unlike last week, I tried to do this off the top of my head, but I think you got the gist. I hope you got the gist because episodes number 30 to 21 are next week. And then the week after, it's 20 to 11. And then the week after, it's the top 10. Who would have guessed it? Can't wait to bring you it. So don't go anywhere. Next week, we'll be talking more Time Room Sports Show, more Simpsons stuff. So don't leave WCTV. Stay here.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.